Mohammed Hijab's support for this video is not by accident. It is both malicious and deceitful. This soundbite isn't a fair or balanced response. It uses clever tricks to make Dr. Abu Aishas look bad and to make people doubt his intentions without actually dealing with what was really said or the full context. This approach is a classic example of media manipulation.
He is entirely correct. When you hear what's actually said, the guy seems as fair and balanced as I can imagine anyone being in this situation. And then they portray him as evil and biased.
Twisting the facts and making them look suspicious, all while pretending to be neutral or just asking questions.
Candace Owens.
I now want you to pay extremely close attention. He only played a few seconds of a 9-minute voice note. By the end of it, you won't just see that Mohammed Hijab is a liar. You'll see that he is a master of deception, carefully crafting a narrative to make the public believe that Dr. Abu Aishas was the one threatening him. Discredit, disqualify, and destroy his credibility. Listen closely. The truth speaks for itself.
So here we get, this is all the voice message that Dr. Abu Aishas left to Hijab, but they give the full message and not the carefully edited version. By the way, AP, what's a better name for Mohammed Hijab? Master of Deception or Master of Mutta? Mutta Master is actually funny if there was a Muslim superhero. I'm the Mutta Master.
The Mutta Man. The Mutta Man.
I'm the Mutta Man. Mutta Man Mohammed Hijab.
I thought Mutta Lover was actually a good title for him, but
that's good. Yeah, I like Master of Mutta Master. It's pretty funny. All right, so here we have the unedited voice message.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuhu wa maghfiratuh, akhi al-habib. This is Abu Aishas. I am trying my absolute best. I'm trying my absolute best to reach out to you and try anything so that this doesn't come out.
You guys catching that? I'm trying to do anything. I'm trying to do everything to keep this from coming out.
I really want you to understand something. I don't know you and you don't know me. I get that. And I also understand that you are under probably numerous threats. You probably have a lot of enemies. You're a public figure. Again, I get that as well. However, akhi, we're answerable to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, I'm not going to get into the fiqh and to all these different ways of why this is allowed and why this is not allowed and what we're doing. This is not my job right now. I just want to give you a lifeline. And you take your time and you figure out what you want to do. You need to understand something. Dhulm is dhulm. No matter what, nobody's going to get away with it. Nobody. And just so that you understand several things here. I work, Brother Salman works, we volunteer. Wallahi, we literally do nothing. And almost everything keeps falling in our laps. And it's the biggest indication that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has a purpose for all of us.
That's interesting. So he's saying we're not going and looking for this stuff. We're sitting there, we're working, we're doing our jobs and so on. And then all this stuff that just keeps falling into our laps. And they're interpreting this as Allah is bringing this stuff to light. And the point there is, the guy said, we're trying to avoid this becoming a public issue. So we want to deal with this behind the scenes. And we believe that Allah wants us to help deal with this situation. Why else would this keep falling into our laps?
Yani,
nothing.
You were behaving the way that you did, maybe justifiably so. Maybe just, you don't know who we are. I get that. But when you started acting like this, all you did was just make us now go to the next level. And now we got what we needed. And then after that, it's going to go further and further and further. And it's not going to stop.
You guys catching this? He's saying, we're trying to help you avoid this becoming public. Based on the way you acted, then we have to escalate because we're trying to deal with it in this way. You're not letting us deal with it in this way. And therefore, when you respond by attacking or anything else you're doing, we have to then do something else that wasn't our intention. And so we're going further and further, but it's because of you, Hijab. It's your decisions that are causing us to go further and further. Guess what? He's entirely correct.
Yeah, I mean, we were quite honest in saying that, you know, if you sit and have a conversation with us, we're just trying to resolve this. As-sulh khayr. As-sulh khayr. There's goodness for everyone. So that's what we were trying to do. We're trying to tell the sister there's no point in doing this publicly. We understand the sister is quite upset, and that's why we're trying to get back to you to make sure we have the story.
Did you guys catch that?
Yes.
So they're trying to convince her not to blast this around the world. They were trying to convince her, hey, don't go public with it. Let's talk about this behind the scenes. Let's get to the bottom of this and deal with this behind the scenes. This is the message that Hijab massively cut and edited to make it look like this guy's coming after them and threatening him and so on and trying to set him up for something. This guy's the one trying to deal with this behind the scenes, and Hijab responds with insults and abuse and threats and so on. And then this guy says, okay, fine. We try to deal with it that way. You're not letting us, but we still have to deal with it. Either way, we have to deal with it.
And she already showed us text messages of you saying you're going to make her look like she was desperate. And guess what you just showed us? Everything that she said was going to happen, it happened, and she showed us a proof of the text messages. So I'm going to give you another lifeline, Akhi. Wallahi, I'm just trying to help. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to listen to us. You don't have to trust us. You do whatever you need to do. But we also know for a fact that this will affect your family, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He protects your family for you, especially your children. I myself, Akhi, I lost my kids. I don't have access to my kids. It's torture beyond torture. I have 3 girls that I do not have access to. So this is probably the main reason I am just trying my absolute best so that you understand. I can't.
Oh, okay. I get it. I didn't catch that. I sort of skimmed it before, but so he's pointing out, I guess the reasoning here is because even right now, Mohammed Hijab has defended doing all this stuff and secret second wives and so on. So why would he be objecting to it? One possibility is he just doesn't want his first wife to know about it, right? If he doesn't want his, whatever his main wife is, who is the mother of his, I don't know, one child, multiple children, don't know. But this guy's pointing out, hey, I lost access to all my kids. If what you're concerned about is your wife finding out that you had this, what you're doing behind the scenes with these other women, and that you're worried about her leaving you and leaving with the kids and so on, and you not having access to your own kids, I understand that. That is extremely painful. That's why you need to deal with this now behind the scenes, because you're not going to like when it comes out, and that could affect you and affect all your family. So deal with this behind the scenes, man. Not Mohammed Hijab. He will then take this video, chop it up, and try to make you look like the bad guy, even though you're the one who's clearly trying to help him here. Look at that. I care about you. See?
About you. I want the best for you. But if you wrong someone, as your brother, you're supposed to do the right thing, Akhi. You're supposed to do the right thing. Fall on your sword, man, and be honorable. You know what? I'm just going to give this to you, and perhaps
be noble. Sure.
This might work. It might not. If you don't answer me, whatever. What am I going to do? But at the same time, she needs to have her voice, Akhi. Yani, we saw what we needed to see. And once she moves forward with the Islamic Council of the UK, and once she asks for those list of witnesses, and once they present themselves and they don't, we already know what we're going to do afterwards. So, kida, معلش يعني, you've been cornered.
So that's the context of the "you've been cornered." In Hijab's version, makes it sound like, ha ha ha, we're going to get you. You've been cornered like a rat. Ha 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 ha. And in actual context, it's, dude, she wants to go public with this. We've been trying to stop her from going public with it. We're trying to help you behind the scenes and keep this a private matter, but we need justice for her, and we need to make sure this thing isn't happening. So we have to try and deal with this. We're trying to deal with it behind the scenes, and you're saying no, and you're threatening to blast everyone, and you'll expose everyone. You're going to go after everyone, and you're so powerful, and you'll humiliate everyone. And what's going to happen? The result is that she's taking you to an Islamic court over this stuff, in which case it's going to all be public. And so you've been cornered, man. You can't get away from this. What's up?
I want to point out one thing, which is that what we just heard here is that Mohammed Hijab has been contacted about this and has been warned and so on. This was long in the making. David just pointed it out earlier, but I just want to make it clear again, which is that Mohammed Hijab knew very well in advance that this issue was going to become public and was going to become a scandal. So when he made the video months ago, in which he said, and Elon Musk is threatening me, and he said if I don't stop talking about him, then they will accuse me of great immoralities, but don't believe them, this is coming. He was clearly signaling this here. So no matter if he did all those things that he's accused of or not, he was in advance gaslighting and deceiving the public. And most importantly, he was deceiving his Muslim audiences and preparing them to believe him and to believe the lies.
And that's a move he got from Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate, for years, was bragging about his method of trafficking girls, taking girls, using the lover boy method, getting them to fall in love with you, and then using their love for you to manipulate them into doing webcam stuff for you. So that's what Tate was doing for years. Then he finds out that it's actually illegal. His lawyer informs him, what you're doing is trafficking, and they're investigating you for this. What does Tate then do?
I didn't know that. I had no idea, man.
What does Tate then do? He starts posting all these messages. The Matrix is about to attack me and arrest me for my defense of young men. Just because I care about the young men, I care about the young boys who are being mistreated in this world, and I try to make them strong and get them Bugattis, and this is what the Matrix is going to come after me. And then all his stupid idiot fans, he actually gets arrested, and then they go, oh, he predicted this. How did he know? He knew he was being investigated. His lawyer told him that he's being investigated, so he comes up with a story to manipulate a bunch of morons. So that's what Tate did. What does Mohammad Hijab do? Ali Dawa interviewed the lady. We're going to see that in the Ali Dawa video. So he interviewed her a long time ago. And then Hijab is having these discussions with behind veils and so on. And they're informing him, hey, this is going to become public. If you do not deal with this behind the scenes and you just keep attacking everyone, this is all going to become public. And what does Hijab do? Did you know that Elon Musk is using his billions of dollars to attack me and to falsely accuse me? This is about to happen. And then the story breaks because he knew it was about to. And then what do his fans do? Oh my goodness, Hijab told us that Elon was going to do this. Oh my goodness, Elon Musk is after him. He couldn't just say Matrix because that one had already been stolen. So he says Elon Musk. This is like, how dumb can you be? How completely idiotic can you be, guys? But these are the Dawa fans. Awesome stuff.
I don't want to do this. I just wanted to have a conversation with you so that we can try to convince her of something else so that we can fix things. That's all that we wanted to do. Again, you don't trust us. I get that. So we're going to put that to the side. Hypothetically speaking, Akhi, a lot of us were trying to figure out what's going on. Mm-hmm. We're saying perhaps he did get married. Again, hypothetically, please understand, I'm not saying you did marry her. Hypothetically, you married her and you found out that, you know what, she's not your type at all. You have every justifiable reason to get out of it.
What are these guys saying? They're saying all we have to go on is what she said and some text messages we've seen, and we'd like to actually hear your side of the story. So from an Islamic perspective, you could have married her and decided this isn't working out and then divorced her. Well, what is the problem? What is the problem? What's the problem? You're not in trouble over this. You're not in trouble. Why are you acting like this when you would not be in trouble if that's all you did? But we'd like to hear that from you. If that's all that happened, please tell us and you would not be in trouble. She's saying something else. She's saying you got her to marry her and didn't agree. She didn't agree that she's just going to be a hotel wife and so on. She didn't agree to that, and that's her objection. So if she's wrong about that, just tell us, man. Just tell us.
Now, perhaps the sister didn't like that. Perhaps she got upset. God knows what it is. But the main thing that she is saying is that you went back on your word. Again, hypothetically speaking, you went back on your word after you guys got married. And you said to her, yes, inshallah, we'll move and we'll get a house. Yes, inshallah, I'm going to support you. Yes, inshallah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. And then suddenly, as soon as you all got married, you said, I'm not going to call your father. I don't need to call him. And then you said, I don't need to support you. And I don't need to do anything for you. And this is going to purely be a hotel marriage.
All right, so guys, check this out. So this is the main grievance. So she's saying Hijab before they're married is saying, yes, you have to keep it a secret. You have to keep it a secret. I can't let my wife find out about this. But yes, we'll have a house and I'll take care of you and so on. And I'll be in contact with your family. And then after they get married, no, we're not doing any of that. Not providing anything. I'm not giving you a dime after, apart from the mahar at the beginning. I'll pay for the hotel. That's it. And that's all you're ever going to be. And then she objects to that. So Dr. Abu Aishas, he's saying that's what she's saying. But he's also saying we don't know if that's true. It's possible. It's possible for all we know that you guys got married and that you decided she's not for you. You divorce her and she gets mad and makes things up about you. They're granting the possibility. They're granting that. And like, we need to hear this from you. And then we need to look at the evidence and see who's actually telling the truth here. But when they go to Mohammad Hijab, hey, let's get to the bottom of this. He responds with what? Threats and abuse. Same thing. And that makes him not look like he's innocent in this. And that's all they're pointing out.
Is her main grievance against you. It is the main thing that is driving her to this point. Even if it's Salman and I decide that, khalas, after you've spoken with us and you gave us certain things that, khalas, we realize, no, she's in the wrong, and we tell her, hey, you need to stop, she still might go public. But at that point, I can guarantee you that Salman and I will stand with you. And we'll say, absolutely not, the sister came and she spoke with us, and then we have all this proof, and that she's not to be trusted. Khalas. So,
guys, did you hear that? Because again, think about how Hijab's video represented this discussion. And think about what he's actually saying. If you can actually give us evidence that she's making the parts up about what you said and what you agreed to and so on, then we can't control her. If she goes forward and goes public with this, we can't stop her, but we will be on your side and say, we investigated this and she's the one who seems like she's lying. We will be on your side. If you actually provide evidence that this is why we're trying to talk to you. We can't stop her from going public if she decides to, but we will try to help you. This is the video where these guys are supposedly just threatening and blackmailing Mohammad Hijab behind the scenes.
Hamas.
Her main thing. I don't know why I feel this is a scenario, a hypothetical, perhaps this happened, is that you told her that, I can't support you, I can't do anything for you. This is just going to be a marriage where we're there for each other physically, but otherwise it's very difficult to do the rest of the full type of traditional marriage. And perhaps she said yes. In her mind, she said yes. Why? Because she's like, he's going to change his mind later. And you never did. And she came up and she discussed this with you. And then you flipped out and you said, what are you talking about? This is what we discussed. This is what we agreed to. You can't change your mind. Well, hakada. Maybe this is what happened.
You even catch that? He even gave another possibility. He said, maybe you said, yeah, you're just going to be, maybe what you guys agreed to at the beginning was, maybe you did tell her, yeah, you're just going to be my hotel wife. But she was thinking, yeah, once he gets some of this, then he's going to want me to be a real wife and a real house and so on. And then it doesn't turn out that way. And then she gets mad. He's giving Mohammad Hijab all these outs. He just has to be able to defend one of them. So defend either this was your agreement from the beginning, and then she got mad because you wanted to divorce her, and so she flipped out and made up stuff about you, or she did agree to what you said because she was hoping you would change over time. It's just like one of Andrew Tate's cam girls thinking, okay, he wants me to do cam work, but if I show how loyal and obedient I am, he'll eventually want me as a wife. And these guys are granting all these different possibilities. They're being as fair as you could possibly be, because those would be the only defenses that Mohammad Hijab could actually use. And they're offering them to him, saying, just show us, just give us a case that one of these things is what actually happened. If you can give evidence, we'll be on your side. We'll call her the liar.
I love how all these people are a bunch of sick people, man. So
pretty messed up, man.
From you, I just wanted to ask you, did this happen? Because a lot of sisters, unfortunately, do this. And I know you're a very intelligent guy. You cover your tracks very well. And perhaps you understood this from day one and you try to tell her, and then emotionally she changed, and then she got very, Allahu A'lam what she did. And then what happened. If you have that proof where you guys did agree to this, I'm telling you right now, you have my word. Wallahi, and I said this to Salman, if he has that proof, we're not doing this. Khalas.
Catch that? All you have to do is give us the evidence of show us the contract. Show us what you agreed to. Show us what's in the contract. That's it. Show it to us. Show us the evidence. Show us the witnesses, because they had witnesses. Show us that, and we will be on your side, and we will not push this any further. This is the message that Hijab took some little clips out and made it look like this guy's trying to blackmail him.
If she just wants to do a video to warn sisters from marrying public figures without mentioning your name, khalas, let her vent. Let her vent. Maybe this is what's going to get her to khalas, to feel that she got hurt, and that's it. And she can just walk away and khalas. So that's all that we're asking. But if you're going to let us go through this whole other process, it's going to be detailed. That whole process will be detailed. We'll say, this is what happened, and this is how we responded. And so then we have to go through this, and then we have to do it. For what? We just wanted one question. We just had one question. We wanted one answer. Did this happen or not? Did you actually say to her that it's going to be X, Y, and Z? Hypothetically speaking, Akhi, that hypothetically, if we get married, that I'm not going to be able to support you, I'm not going to be able to do this, I'm not going to be able to, she agreed to it. And then after the marriage, she's changed because in her mind she thought, well, maybe he's a man and, I can change him out. Whatever it is, whatever that goes through her mind, maybe that's what happened.
So the only question for these guys is, what did you guys actually agree to? That's it. That's what we want to know.
Ya akhi, khalas. Wallahi.
Yeah. She's saying you agreed that she's going to be secret second wife, but you're going to provide for her, and you're going to be in contact with her family, all these things. And then she says you went back on the entire agreement, in which case you would be in the wrong. Or maybe this was the agreement and she's lying right now, in which case just show us. You've got the document. Show us.
If you have it, akhi, just show us. Khalas.
Yeah. Khalas.
So that's the first thing. And the second thing is she said that you've refused to talk to her dad. That's it. If you can just give us an answer hypothetically, it would help us. That
Just
way we can
khalas.
try to deal with her and again do sulh and khalas ya akhi. That's it. That's all that we wanted to do. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is a witness to what we're saying.
Quit making fun of khalas.
On the other hand, and I need you to also understand this, I'm not going to be quiet. Every single one of us has been burned by religious powerful figures.
So that's the context of burned by religious powerful figures. If you're in the wrong here, I'm not stopping. Do not think you're gonna insult or abuse me into silence. We've been burned by powerful religious figures, and so we do not want people to get away with this. How did Hijab's team put this together? We've been burned, and now we're going to take down all the greatest religious figures and destroy their lives. You've been cornered like a rat, Hijab. That's what he made it sound like. This guy is being as fair and balanced as I have ever seen anyone be in anything remotely resembling a situation like this.
Because of whatever reason. And unfortunately, when they get to that ibtila of a shuhra, becoming famous, unfortunately, the vast majority start to engage in wrong behavior.
Mm-hmm.
And I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He protects you from that. I'm not saying that you did it. I'm just asking questions. So that you can help us, so that we can help you at the end. But again, I get it. You don't trust us. You don't know who we are. We could just turn around and basically backstab you and betray you. I understand that, and I would probably be hesitant as well if I was in your situation. So I don't know what else to do. I'm just giving you a lifeline. If you want to have a video chat with me, if you want to get to know me, if you want to just, you know what, maybe that's what it will take for you to feel comfortable with me. Ahlan wa sahlan. I will do anything so that you can understand that I'm on your side at the end of the day, inshallah, wallahu alam. I just wanted to send this to you personally, not in this group, not when anybody else sees it. It's just between Abu Aishas and Sheikh Mohammad, so that you understand that really I'm trying my best to give you this lifeline. Wallahu alam. You don't have to respond, akhi. You don't have to do anything. However, just understand that she has her proof and we've seen it. If it takes it to the level where we're going to get even more and more and more proof, I don't know what to say. Allah musta'an, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us, and truly at the end of the day, and it's just between us and Allah, right? We just want to get into Jannah. That's all that we want. So I'm gonna stop here, man, and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He forgives us if we did anything wrong, but we're justified 100% in what we're doing. I've spoken to different mashayikh and I have my justification for this. But the fact that there is a complete absence of people trying to get their rights, and we're minorities, so what are we going to do? No, we have to keep each other in check, and we're doing this solely so that we all can enter Jannah. That is it. I'm going to stop here. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the sincerity and just doing the right thing.
Finally, man. Yapping. What is this?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Subhanallah.
Get out of here.
What'd you think, AP? That guy sound like the bad guy trying to threaten and intimidate Hijab and to blackmail him and so on?
Well, I would say that in terms of what he said, he doesn't sound like a bad guy. But in terms of how he said it, if I had to listen to it any longer, I would want to kill myself.
What's wrong with you?
But no, he definitely doesn't sound like he's a bad guy here in question. That's kind of like what Mohammed Hijab made it look like. Yeah, I don't think he's the bad guy. He was giving him all kinds of opportunities to get out of the situation or to explain himself, saying I'm on your side and all that. I think Mohammed Hijab is being really really dirty here. But that's just me.
And that's a situation where any of his critics or anyone who's being neutral would look at what Hijab said about the guy and then look at what the guy actually said and go, oh, I cannot trust Hijab to represent things accurately ever again because he's clearly distorts things. Even people who are apparently trying to help him. But for his fans, they're too stupid to understand anything. They'll just be like, no, Hijab, him saves this guy bad, so this guy bad. All right, let's watch the rest.
Well, there is a video. There is a video posted a year ago where Mohammed Hijab is talking about the concept of misyar marriage.
I've seen him talk about that before.
Which is a marriage where that is arranged where the wife waives her rights.
Yep. Waives certain marital rights. Like you can say, okay, we're gonna get this married. You don't have to provide food for me, or you don't have to provide a home for me, or something like that, or you don't have to spend time with me apart from sex, or something. You can make those kinds of agreements. But the point is, you're supposed to agree to those things. You're supposed to agree to those things. She's saying she never agreed to this stuff. That's the area of dispute, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's check this out.
Dr. Abu Aishas' tone throughout the message is calm, sincere, and full of empathy. Even though the topic is serious and personal, he stays respectful and speaks from an Islamic and moral perspective. His message is shaped by care and concern, a desire to make peace, Islamic values, and respectful and thoughtful reasoning. Dr. Abu Aishas' words are a powerful example of how to handle conflict with faith, kindness, and emotional wisdom. He speaks honestly and respectfully, trying to protect both justice and dignity. Instead of threatening or acting superior, he offers chances to make peace and focuses on shared Islamic values.
That's true.
Now, let's go back to what Mohammed Hijab did. He purposefully made himself look like the victim and tried to make Dr. Abu Aishas appear to be aggressive.
Everyone, by the way, you need to get that down. That is the go-to 100% of the time move of narcissists and psychopaths and so on. They can do something absolutely horrible. They can do something that's completely evil and reprehensible. And when you try to call them on it, they instantly become the victims of some conspiracy or some attack. Instantly. What does Tate do as soon as, hey, you know that you've been trafficking these girls all these years. That's actually illegal. Oh my goodness, I'm a victim. It's the Matrix attack. Hey, one of your ex-cam girls just filed testimony against you, and oh my goodness, they're lying. I'm being attacked for my stance for young men. It's instant. And hijab. You treated this girl like a prostitute. How do you explain yourself? I will destroy you. Oh my goodness, it's Elon Musk. She's attacking me. And Elon Musk is attacking me. Why do they do this? Because it's the exact same things with the grooming gangs. If you're the victim, then people are more reluctant to attack you and so on. So what do? They're sitting there going around grooming, pimping, graping, everything, young girls, and the entire time they're the victims. They're the victims of Islamophobia. When you see this happen so many times, how do people keep falling for it? It's really, really weird.
It's very
Once again,
indeed,
this is someone skilled in deception.
Master of deception.
If he could twist the truth about Dr. Abu Aishas, who was only trying to help and keep things private, then what about the lies he has told about Sister Aisha? The 10-second audio clips from Sister Aisha, the sped-up video showing only parts of their chat, just like he didn't share the full conversation with Dr. Abu Aishas, he will never release the full recordings with Sister Aisha.
Did you catch that? They just tossed down a challenge to him. They said, hey, just as you wouldn't play the full message from Dr. Abu Aishas and you deceptively edited it to make yourself look like the victim of a conspiracy, you release this tiny little clip and this short excerpt of text messages. Release them all. Release them all and release the full audio recording. He's saying you will never do this. Why? What? Keep in mind, that's a challenge. Hijab could say, well, I will refute you. I'll post all the entire thing right now. I'll post all the text messages and the full audio. Why wouldn't you do that?
Because once the full truth is shown,
That's why.
it all falls apart. The following is for adults only. Viewer discretion is advised.